Now step into the play. Number 16, Ryan Martinez.
I'm the oldest of the boys, and we have an older sister, Mary. It was three of us. It was for me, Juan, and then my other brother, Lino.
He was growing up, he got interested in sports.
Baseball was the #1 sport for me and him. My brother Arnold liked football. Arnold played with the Panthers. But me and Juan, it was baseball from day one. I met Juan Mata when we were playing Little League Baseball. We were playing against opposite teams. Then from Little League, we went out to Senior League. We were in the same baseball team.
I remember him being very sentimental. He was very emotional, and even back then, I think he showed a lot of caring for people. Not in a hugging way and stuff like that, just the way he was, you know. He was always about his nieces and nephews and kids. Even though he never had his own kids, I guess he was a father figure to some of them.
Juan is my uncle. He lived with us in our house, so essentially he raised me and my other cousin Steve, so we considered ourselves like a little family. He's our dad and Steve's my brother. So when I hear his name, I think of Weslaco. Essentially, he was all about it, especially sports.
I'm Steven Mata, making this video to talk about my uncle, Juan Mata, Puro Panthers. Every time I think of him now, well, even then, I think of Weslaco, Purple Panthers. It was always this thing. Was around for a lot of great things in my life. He was my godparent when I was confirmed. He got to see me graduate from college.
It was after a baseball game. We were always sharing good times, bad times, through the ugly times. He was always there by my side. I could always count on Juan for whatever. We were celebrating that day. It was after a baseball game. We'd always go out and have a great time, go have dinner, just chat about the games and just what had gone on through the day. He was always a good listener, just a great person to be around. I met Juan when we were in middle school. I've known Juan over 30-some years. Very loving, very giving, very caring, like an angel, a beautiful soul. Juan was my best friend. Juan was always there to lend a helping hand. As a matter of fact, the last time that I saw Juan, or I was with Juan, it was at a baseball game, and it was a cold night, so I wanted to sit in the Suburban. And he says, get down, sit with me out here. And he calls a friend and makes sure that he brings me a blanket so I could sit outside with him. That's just the type of individual Juan was.
One month back in 1998, when I got the baseball job here in Weslaco, he and I went back to our high school days, and I always, I would run into him every once in a while. And one day, after getting this job, I ran into him and we talked about it. We kind of talked about what we wanted to get done out here, as far as with music out at the baseball field and at the baseball games, and just to bring in a little fun, a little enthusiasm to the park. And that's how it all started. We just hooked up, we talked about it, and from day one, Juan Mata was at the ballpark playing his music and announcing our lineups and just having a great time.
I thought it was crazy at first. I said, no, bro, how much is it gonna pay you? Think about. He said, no, I'm just doing it on my own.
Second now for the Weslaco Panthers, number 2, Danny Mata.
So Danny Mata.
In the beginning, I think one of my nephews was playing. And I thought that was a short-lived thing. He's gonna do it while Danny's playing, then it'll be over. But my nephew graduated, and this thing kind of grew, and it got bigger on him. We call Ralph, a friend of his. Hey, let's go pick up. We have to go pick up the speakers, bring them over here, set them up, and then take them back after the game and stuff like that. But the job always got done.
So he was in pain most of the time, and he was sometimes his knees were giving him problems, but he still get up. He goes, "Give me a minute, and I'll get up. I'll go." He would never say no. Both of us were together, bringing the players drinks or sandwiches, or because he says, "Mother, you have to help me because we need to go. We need to go and take these things to the boys before a game," because that was his passion.
Starting out for you, Western Panthers, number 8, Cavazos.
As far as I could see, this is where his pains and all his feelings were numb. Seeing all the kids, getting involved and doing good.
We brought a lot of good, fun music to the ballpark. The kids would look forward to coming up with their walk-up songs, and when we go to the Little Leagues, even at the Little Leagues, they would talk about it. So it would promote the program. He would promote our sport, and he did it for the love of being out here and helping out the kids.
We have a brother-in-law who had a lot of music. He'd go over to his house and sit at his computer and download all the music on his laptop. Because the kids, like what Mom said, would always, every year it's different kids, and they would ask for different music. So that was a challenge, trying to get all the music, put it together, arrange it to where, because you only play a little bit of the music while the player's walking up or whatever. So he had to get it down, and after a while, he just got better. He did it. It just came natural to him.
Here's the pitch. Fly ball into center field. Center fielder Leyendecker coming on. He dives for it, gets past him. That's going to allow about 1 run to score. And Rodriguez on second with kind of a Texas League double.
Juan was the guy that asked us what songs you want to play when you walk up. And we were kind of like, wow, we're actually going to have that like the pros. We kind of felt real special, kind of like, that's awesome. And we got to pick our songs, and sure enough, when we went up there, we introduced our name, our number, and played our song, and it made us feel, important. Made us feel like, wow, this is more than just guys playing a regular game. It really felt like we were on another level.
I think it makes the game a lot more fun. It makes the game go a lot faster. Some baseball parks, they don't even have music. So the game is very slow, very, very boring. And Juan made it not boring. He was, play music in between innings, for however long it took for the pitcher to warm up, and it gets you pumped up, wanting to play, wanting to come out here and play.
To this day, even the junior varsity kids, freshmen, 8th graders that we run into, they're looking forward to being here one day and listening to the music that Juan Mata started.
People from other towns, they wanted for him to go and put music for their players because they had made the playoffs or whatever, and Huesuco wasn't in it for whatever reason. And he would always say, "No, man, I do it for my team. I'm a Panther, but I just do it for my kids. That's my thing."
I remember hearing about it through one of our coaches or one of my friends sent me a text, and I immediately went over to visit his mom at his mom's place, and we sat down and we talked about what had happened, and it was just a sad day for us. And even to this day, we came out that first day of practice and looking up to the press box and not he's not here any longer. So, but his memory is here. His spirit will always be around Panther baseball, and of course the enthusiasm he brought to the ballpark, again, will always be missed.
I don't do cameras, you know. I'm always very vocal and stuff, but not in front of a camera. But what got me here was that he told me he was always there for you. So what do you think about that? I says, well, that's why I'm here in front of you right now. Because that was the type of person he was, and I want people to know that he was somebody who was caring, dependable, and somebody who loved the game.
He was a fanatic. It was in his heart, it was in his blood. You know, he lived for that thing, and I don't think a lot of these kids realize how much my brother cared about him.
He loved people. He loved serving his community, and the way he knew how to serve his community, his family, was just providing himself to be there for others always, whether it was his nephews, whether it was his sister, his mother, a friend. Juan just took the time always. That's what he did. He always was there to lend a helping hand to whomever needed it, whenever they needed it. That's just the type of friend Juan was to everyone. I would love to say that it was just for me, but no, it was for everyone that he knew, that he'd come across, and he just made it his thing, just to know about everybody. And I remember I was picking up Eddie's mom one time. I saw that she needed a ride somewhere, and I said, well, who do I call? What do I do? And I called Juan, and sure enough, he knew exactly where she needed to be. That was just the type of person that Juan knew. He knew about people, and he made that his life, to be there for everyone who needed him.
Thank y'all for being here today. We did want to have...
When I got here and I saw all these people, you know, braving the rain, the cold, and I said, why am I nervous? I'm in family. This is family. I mean, they don't have to be here, and look at them. They're all here for him.
We're here today to honor a good friend of ours, a family member, a brother, uncle, a part of our baseball family. Juan Mata, when we first started this, a short story, back in 1998, Juan Mata and I sat down over some coffee, and we talked about what plans we had for Panther baseball. And I kept telling him that I wanted to have music. I wanted to have fun out here, which is something those of you that have played ball before never existed in baseball. You know, it was just come out and play. Maybe we'd have a little entertainment, but nothing like what was started by Juan. And thinking back, I remember when we started with one single speaker and a cassette player, and we would hold the mic, or he would hold the mic to this cassette player, and that would blare out the music. And that was the beginning of our vision of what we wanted to do. It was a couple of years after that coaches in our district would complain to me at our meetings that our music was too loud and that our music was interrupting the course of the game. And I told them, hey, when you come to play at our house, we're going to play our music, and it does not interfere with the play, and there's nothing in the UIL handbook that says we can't have it. So if you can't beat them, you join them. And they started playing music at their place, and I want to say that we were the pioneers here in 32-5A to start playing the music, and Juan was a big part of that. You know, he was always here like clockwork for our sub-varsity games, and he was here for our varsity games. And even though he didn't have a family member playing for that game, he was up there playing the music and entertaining the crowd. And, you know, I mean, that's just something he loved to do. And I'll always remember him for that. He's a big part of our family. He will always be a big part of our family. And right now, I'd like to have like a moment of silence in memory of Juan.
Thank you all for being here. I know Juan Mata was very instrumental, not only in Panther baseball, but actually Panther athletics, whether it was basketball, whether it was football, any type of sport, he was always there. And I'm fortunate that my brother was real good friends with him, the other Mr. Nieto. But Juan always called me for many different things, and I appreciate everything he did, especially for baseball, like Coach Serna said. And the Mata family, I appreciate you all being here because it's an honor to honor Juan Mata today, you know, because like I said before, he is a special person, and baseball will not be the same, but hopefully someday we'll get somebody that not will replace him, but will follow his tradition. So thank you for being here, and I know Coach Serna, you're gonna have another great baseball season this year again. Thank you. You guys.
Well, first of all, I wanna thank everybody for being here, the players, family, friends, alumni, administration, Mr. Eddie, Mr. Nieto for the kind words, our brother, uncle, son. This was his field. He enjoyed it. He loved it. He texted me, hey, vente para acá, let's watch a game. So we missed those texts a lot. Anything went on with, como dijo Mr. Nieto, baseball, football, basketball, as long as it was his Panteras. And you guys won't get to hear his, so maybe some of you did last year, got some of his music by my brother. So just remember that when you come up to hit, when you hit that home run, it's for Juan, all right? Pero it's an honor to be here today with celebrating my brother. He was a good man. He's a good brother. Como le dije, uncle. The main thing that he strived for was to have the kids succeed. He always talked about the kids. And like you guys in the future, just be great men, great leaders, and show everybody what Panther football, baseball, basketball is, all right? And I'm really honored that we have a great crowd here today porque it's cold. I know it's cold. We won't be able to see a great game play today, but luckily we get a chance. You all come back and watch these great young men play some baseball. And as far as my brother, all I can say is that when he talked about his Panteritas, and I know I have a future nephew that one day will play here, and he won't get to hear his uncle play the music for him, but we'll figure out a way to incorporate him in there. Pero Monica Mata, my mom, Mary, Lino, Ana, Luisa, Emilia, Luisa, Alicia, all the nieces and nephews. We're a big family. We miss Juan every day. We talk about him, we laugh about him, we cry about him. But we move on. And with all the kind words, all the kind things that have been happening for him, unfortunately he's not here to see it. But I thank God that my brother is resting in peace. And he's a happy, hope, and I know that he's happy where he's at, just resting. We'll join him one day and we'll see him again, and I'm sure the first thing he'll come out of his mouth, hey, ¿cómo van los Panteras? Or something like that, you know. But from the bottom of our heart, the Mata family, Eddie, thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Good luck on your season, guys. My brother always said he gave up partying out for a long time, and he did say, the next beer I'm going to shoot for is when the Panther baseball team wins a state championship. So we need to get there, guys. And he won't be able to drink the beer, but we'll go dump it in his graveside, all right? He didn't drink, that's why. But once again, thank you all for coming. We appreciate it. We love you, and from the bottom of our heart, thank you for all the kind words, presentations, and everything that you've done for us since the passing of my brother. It seemed like only yesterday, but it's only almost been already 6 months. And thank you very much, and I guess that's all. I mean, I got to say thank you.
Before we break, we do have a few presentations to the Mata family. Ms. Mata.
On behalf of the Booster Club, de parte del Club de los Boosters, le traemos este recuerdo de su hijo. Fue un buen hombre, un buen amigo. Que está con Dios.
Gracias, muchísimas gracias. Él siempre, sus muchachos, él tenía sueños para todos, él soñaba por todos, especialmente sus sobrinos. Pero he's resting in peace y gracias con el cariño de todos ustedes, él se fue conforme y contento.
Lo voy a echar menos. Porque pues nosotros teníamos el concession stand y él venía y llegaba a levantar el reloj and the first thing he would tell me, hey, my Dr. Pepper and don't forget my chili dog. Don't worry, Juan, I'll get it to you as soon as we can get everything ready. I'll take it up to you or send it to you. Don't worry about it. Nomás tócame let him breathe. Everything is fine.
Oh, gracias.
Muchísimas gracias.
Muchísimas gracias.
Okay. On behalf of West Coast Baseball and our team this year, we also want to present you with this shadow box that we created for you. And again, it says, "In His arms, we are safe at home."
All right.
So.
Right.
That is great. God bless each and every one of you, because for my son, even though he's not here, I'm sure he's looking at us right now and enjoying the moment. Because all his life and was all the kids to continue, because this is a great thing to do. Enjoy yourselves while you can, because later on it's going to be work, work, work.
When I got here and I saw the crowd, it was a big crowd, bigger than what I expected. Friends, family, neighbors, the ball players, Eddie. And then I saw the JPMW, man, that threw me, that floored me. One of the greatest nights of my life. Porque it was above and beyond the que hicieron los Coach Serna and the kids and the family and friends. I'll never forget it. What I miss most about him, every day, there'd be something. A little text, a little, ¿qué estás haciendo, carnal? Y que take it easy, or, Juan kept us up to date and everything, man. Now we don't get those updates anymore. We talked almost every day. It was a phone call or a text, but we were in touch every day. They didn't go by when I didn't get a text from him or a call, and it was always, gotta do this or gotta do it, gotta borrow the truck, or can you help me do this, or something. I regret a lot of times because he would call me, hey, or he'd send me a text, hey, I'm over at the game, or bring me a Coke, bring me a Juana burger or something. I've been here all day, so then I would come. But I'd stay for a little while, watch the game, and then okay, I gotta go, man. I would go home and hey, no Billy, next time. But yeah, there's no next time. He's not gonna be playing the music, and I won't be getting the calls. Hey, carnal, ven pa' acá, estoy en el booth. Listen to the music, it's over. Sometimes we don't express ourselves, I think, with our loved ones or our friends or even co-workers, We need to let each other know, like if somebody does something good, I think we should, hey, good job, brother, or hey, mijo, te aventaste, porque we don't know. I don't think I ever patted him on the back for the job that he did, and I miss that now.
To paradise, got my ticket to heaven, an everlasting life.
Juan Mata. Puro Pantera.